Hey friends, welcome back. In today's part, we are going to create a new API called AdSpendData, where we will allow users to record their spending, categorized, structured, and safely stored in the database using SQLize. Let's jump right into the controller. We begin by destructuring the category, amount spent, and user ID from the request body. These are the three fields we expect from the client when they try to add a new spending record. The first thing we do here is validate the input. We create an array called missing fields and push in the names of any fields that are not present in the request. And if even one field is missing, we immediately return a 400 bad request response with a message telling exactly which field or fields are missing. This ensures the front end gets helpful feedback. When a user receives a message, such as missing required field, category, amount spent, it makes our API more reliable and user-friendly. Next, and this is really important, we prevent double submissions. Now imagine this scenario. A user quickly clicks the Add Expense button multiple times. Without any safeguard, the same spending data could get inserted multiple times, which would mess up reports, totals, and analytics. So, how do we stop that? We introduce a simple but clever logic, which is a time window check. Here is what's happening. Date.now function gives us the current timestamp in milliseconds. We subtract 5000 milliseconds from it, which equals 5 seconds ago. Then we convert that into a date object using newDate function. So now, 5 seconds ago is exactly the time 5 seconds ago from right now. Why 5 seconds? Because that's a small enough buffer to catch accidental double clicks, but not too restrictive for users entering multiple entries manually. Then, using SQLize find one method, we check if a record with the same category, same amount, and same user already exists within that 5-second window. If it does, we return a 409 conflict response. Duplicate entry detected. Please wait a moment before submitting again. And that's how we avoid duplicate entries caused by accidental double clicks or quick repeated API calls. If there's no duplicate, we proceed to create a new record using SQLize create method. We pass in the category, amount spent, and user ID. Once created, we return a 201 created response with a success message and the newly added data object. And that's how we save spend records securely and cleanly. Of course, everything is wrapped inside a try-catch block. If anything goes wrong, maybe a database error or server issue, we catch that error and send back a 500 internal server error response. And we also log the error to the console for debugging. Alright friends, now that our controller logic is ready, let's move on to creating the root for this API. As discussed in Part 19, we always secure sensitive API routes using our Authenticate user middleware, and this AdSpend data route is no exception. So when a request hits this route, the auth middleware runs first, and it checks the JWT token in the headers. It verifies the token and compares the user ID. If it's valid, the request moves to the controller. If it's invalid, the request is blocked with an appropriate error. This makes sure that only authenticated users can insert spending data. Let's not to forget to register this spend data route in server.js. Remember, we only want logged in users to be able to submit spending data, and we're going to double check their token and ID before we allow them in. Alright friends, now that we've set up our controller and secured route, it's time to test the AdSpend data API inside Postman. And if you remember from part 15, we have already created a workspace called Admin Panel, where all our API requests are neatly organized. We will continue using that for consistency. Now we are creating a new request in the same workspace and naming it AdSpend data. Under the Headers tab, authorization token is added. And in the Body tab, under Raw, we have added the required parameters. Okay, we have encountered an error. Let's check out why it happened. As we can see, we haven't set any error message like invalid user or token mismatch in the AdSpend data functionality, which means this error must have originated from the auth middleware. Okay, here in the auth middleware, we can see that we are checking for the existence of the user ID, but we've used user_ID. Let's change it to user ID. And we will assign the received value user ID to the user_ID variable, so we won't encounter any errors in the AdSpend data functionality. Let's test this API again. Now let's try to send the same request again within 5 seconds. This time you should get duplicate entry detected. Please wait a moment before submitting again. Great, we have got the expected response. Our time window check is working perfectly.